I'm here with Capitalist, one of our great casters and panelists here at Dream League. Thanks for joining me for an interview.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to be able to come out and see as much as DreamHack as possible. So.
And this isn't your first DreamHack, right? You've been at them before.
Yeah, when I first joined Dota, we went to DreamHack for Dream League Season 3, I think. That was in Sweden, and that was my first LAN event ever. So it was one hell of a one to start off on. You know, it was like we didn't really get LAN events in the U.S. DreamHack didn't really come to the U.S. back then, and it was just not really a U.S. thing so much. So I never got to experience it. And it was kind of crazy. It blew me away how many people like just come together and bring their PCs and stuff and like build their own little caves. Like I remember like being at DreamHack and seeing like the tables and like somebody set up like this big cave for them to game in and stuff. It was it blew me away. It was awesome.
So you've been to a lot of other LAN events now. You've been incredibly successful over the past few years. And DreamHack was really your first back then. Are LANs what you expected? Is this what you thought would happen?
I guess like some of it's a little bit different. I think the people that I've met have been really awesome. And I guess like I wasn't sure exactly how people would be. I guess like, cause you know, I was used to, when I first started, I got flamed all the time and you know, I was constantly getting all this negative feedback. So then when I went to ESL1 Frankfurt was my first Dota event where I was actually commentating, there was a lot of people who came up to me and said hi and appreciated my work and everything, and that I was really surprised by that. I didn't expect people to want to get to know me, I guess. I didn't expect celebrity status. You know, that's kind of weird that people think that I'm cool enough to like, you know, go, hey, like whenever like I had one today, he was like he wanted to take a picture, he was super excited, he was like, you know, I love everything you do, blah, blah, blah. And he said, you know, I was like, he's like, goes to take the selfie, he's like, I'm shaking. And I was just like, why? Like, why? Like, that's so adorable. I just don't really understand, like, I'm just me, you know, I'm like, I'm not cool. You know, I'm not something amazing, you know, that you should be nervous about. So that's the biggest surprise to me is that, like, fans are fans, just like in like sports events and stuff. It's really cool to be in that position. It's awesome.
Well, that's really cute and kind of adorable to hear. Now, something I had seen, I think you mentioned on Reddit lately, that you sort of struggled sometimes with your confidence level on panels, and you really try and push yourself to be confident. How did you get over that hump and really learn to speak your opinion and be a confident person who belongs here?
I just studied a lot of other esports personalities as well as regular sporting events. So one of the ones inside the NBA on TNT, they have a nice panel show with Shaq, Charles Barkley, and I really like. It's a very funny show. So even though I'm not huge into sports, I watched that quite a bit, and I kind of got a feel for the way people were able to kind of speak their mind on that show and bounce off of each other. I think it was also just a bit of practice. The reference to me being nervous was for the Frankfurt major, right? That was our first major, and ESL wanted me to panel as well as cast, and I never really paneled before. They just kind of told me that, like, hey, we think you'd be really good at this, and I was really nervous, and so I didn't really speak too much on panels. I was pretty conservative, so over time, I just kind of I practiced it more, I studied it, and I just learned to kind of be the person I kind of wanted to be. I wanted to be somebody who created conversation, who was willing to speak their mind about maybe like a player underperforms. You know, I want to be somebody who says like, hey, that guy sucked that game. And I want somebody to be able to say like, no, I think, you know, he did this right and this right, and we can have a discussion about it, right? I think that's the best thing about esports panels is when they're willing to go to that level of analysis and have opinions clash. So I wanted to be more of that person. I think maybe I got a little bit over the top this year. Like I kind of come off a little bit arrogant and cocky in that regard, so maybe I went too much confidence, but I think for the most part I kind of achieved what I wanted.
Well, it's been really fun to see the growth. I've watched you since way back in the day with Shiva and everything, so it's been fun to see it. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Real quick, last thing. If you were to be introduced onto the TI stage like a professional wrestler, what song would you want to be your intro song?
Let's see. I have to narrow down an artist first. So, let's see, I'm gonna go. I actually can't think of the name of the song right now, but it's my name in Dota. Evil and Spiritual, and it's from a Kendrick Lamar lyric, and I can't remember what song it's called, but it would probably be one of his songs. Just because I relate to I really like the passion that he puts forward in his music. I feel like it's very raw in that regard, and I kind of feel the same way about the way I do my job, right? I think it's not very polished, and it's just a lot of passion. So.
Well, thank you for talking to us, and that was Capitalist, who I think passion is an excellent word to describe you. Have fun at DreamHack, and we look forward to seeing you up on that stage.
Thank you.